Hi everyone! Today we're learning the cognitive skill of predicting and we will be 5th graders. Alright, so the first thing we probably should address is what is predicting? Here, let's take a look at what I said on my screen. Alright, so whether you're pondering ending of a movie or completing an assignment or how it'll end, have you ever wondered how something will wrap up like a bow on a present? I like to use this analogy because all of us, no matter if we are 5th graders in this instance or if we're just adults now, we always like to see that at the end, everything's put together for a present, the bowl's on top. Alright, 5th graders, can you please tell me if you know what the skill of predicting is? And don't worry if you don't know right now, by the end of the lesson at the wrap-up, we'll discuss it as a class. Alright, so here are some examples that could be relatable to us as students and as people. The first one I said was The Wizard of Oz. So, Dorothy and friends will ... That is considered the prediction statement. It's always important to set up in ways that I predict that, so it provides a sentence prompt so you can set up to what you want to say. So I said for that one that Dorothy will get to the castle and see the wizard. So that was my prediction, and that either you would find 3 clues in the story of why that was true or false, and then either it was correct or incorrect. All right, let's move on to the next one. I put Hansel and Gretel as a literacy example so that we can apply it to real things students and us 5th graders and educators and students of ourselves would know. I predict, what do you think? Do you want to think that Hansel and Gretel will get away from the witch that lives in the thing or not? And then to tie it back into an academic example, I said, and let's think about it, students, in science class. In science class, we do a lot with like photosynthesis, so plants. So let's see. Here, I hypothesize or I feel that exposing a plant to sunlight will lead to ... And that's when you would find clues in the scientific method about how or why you think that the plant will grow if it was exposed to more or less sunlight. All right, let's move on. All right, the purpose of our lesson today. Students will learn how to fill out a predictograph. And as you see here, a predictograph, well, again, as you saw, will have I predict statement, 3 clues, and then at the end, blank here would be either it was incorrect or what is it incorrect. Now let's keep in our minds the overall arching thing is, what is a prediction? What does that skill mean? What are we doing when we do that? All right. And then again, like I said, for consistency, I want you guys to be able 5th graders. Keep in mind that for the PowerPoint, I put true or false in green or red, indicating that it was right or wrong. All right, so now I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So I said, what is a prediction? I said, a prediction is a statement about something that will happen in the future. What is a real thing that we could relate to? Well, as students now or in 5th graders, as 5th graders are learning that sometimes when you oversleep, you miss a school bus. What are some clues? Well, I said, if your alarm doesn't go off, you missed breakfast, you ran behind, or just simply wasn't at the bus stop. In this instance, I thought it was correct. So I marked my statement, as you see here, green. All right, let's move on. All right, guided practice number 1. We're going to do it together. In this instance, I'm going to step out of my role now as a teacher and just simply tell you what the students in this instance would do if I would actually, give it to 5th grade students. Okay, well, I used broken arm blues from our example, so I'll bring that up quickly. And then students, would do this in pairs, think, pair, share, read it, and then they would identify 1 to 2 clues and put those on the predictograph and come up with their own, and as a team, their prediction statement, and then at the end, we would bring it together and it would share as a group to the whole class of why they thought or how long it could take for, say, Kyle, Carrie in the story that both broke their arm, how long what they could and could not do, and what they saw on the story that led them to make that prediction. All right, let's move on to another We Do It or guided practice. So in this instance, I'm using another familiar one that we can, but we're not doing, haven't read in class yet, is the story of the 3 little pigs. And again, on my slide here, here's the three little pigs, as you see, so cute, right? Well, again, students will go back to their desks, read the book with their partner or neighbor, and they would have at least 2 predictions on the list on the predictograph. So they could be the house will fall or the house they will leave and then it'll fall. And then they would fill it out with a partner and then think of reasons why. Again, that could be 2 different ones of why that might fall. And then they would think pair share and put those on their graph or predictograph in this instance for this lesson. Right, students? That's what we're doing today. All right. So now, on your own, now that we've gone through this, I put up a visual. You guys are going to do this on your own. And in this instance, you're going to use the story we found in our thing, the fishing derby. And I'll show this very quickly on the website again, just so you can see what you're visually doing, or using, I should say. All right, There's the story. All right, let's go back to the presentation. All right, so I know that was a lot, and predicting is a very complex skill that we need to develop over time, 5th graders. So, can anybody tell me what a prediction is? Correct. A statement about something that will happen in the future. Again, real life examples, how a book might end, movie, or how that leaving a plant in the sunlight will make it grow. Good job. And all right, today we learned how to fill in a predictograph, and make an important point here, and based from our previous lectures, and I want you guys to understand is, predicting is different from guessing. All right, can anyone tell me or write in the smartboard examples of a statement that would be used in a predictograph or prediction statement? And here, and this could be an example, so they had the statement or prediction statement, and then their clues or reasons, so because in this example. And again, I want to reiterate, sentences are used to hold ideas instead of transmitting them. Clues are very important when making predicting. Well, students, I hope you enjoyed this lesson and helped you understand the idea and concept of predicting. If you have any questions, we will talk about it in next class.